Good morning, everyone. I am Seema. I welcome you all in my class and hope you all are fit and fine. Children, today we are going to start grammar and the topic is the sentence. I hope you all know that a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. But before I start, I want you to read the given groups of words very carefully. I study in. People, honesty. Country, a great is India. Children, music, like. Now tell whether they make any sense? No. Why? Because in first and second group of words, something is missing. See, first group of words, you don't come to know what the speaker is talking about, whether he wants to tell you the name of his school or he wants to tell you about his class. In third and fourth group of words, nothing is missing, but all the words are jumbled. They are not placed properly. So, all these groups of words don't make sense. Thus, they are not sentences. Now, read the following. I study in class 7. People like honesty. India is a great country. Children like music. See, all these groups of words make sense. So, these are sentences. Thus, we can say a sentence is a group of words. They are properly arranged and they give a complete thought. One of the words must be a verb, that is, an action word. Every sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Punctuation mark may be a full stop, question mark, or interrogation mark depending upon the type of the sentence. Let's move on and talk about the kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory sentences. First of all, there are declarative sentences. The sentences which declare something, state or inform something are called declarative sentence. Very simple to recognize. If you read a sentence and come to know about something, that is declarative sentence. For example, I went to the store. Her sister's name is Suzanne. The book costs $11. These kind of sentences begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop. Second kind of sentences are interrogative sentences. These sentences ask questions. For example, is it raining outside? In interrogative sentences, helping verb is placed before the subject. These sentences begin with a capital letter and end with a question mark. Third kind of sentences are imperative sentences which give command or make requests. These sentences also give suggestions or instructions. Usually, imperative sentences have no subject because instructions or advice or order is given to the listener face to face. For example, Mom, please tie my shoes. Mark, do your homework before you go to play. These sentences begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop. Then we have exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentences express strong emotions or sudden feelings or reaction of a person. For example, what a beautiful day. I'm angry. You did a great job, etc. These sentences begin with a capital letter and end with an exclamatory mark. So these were 4 kinds of sentences: Till now, you have learnt about the sentence and its kinds. Let's give a quick revision. A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense and contains a main verb. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Four kinds of sentences are declarative sentences which inform something. For example, I took some money out of the bank. Interrogative sentences which ask questions. Can I help you? Imperative sentences which give commands, suggestion or make a request. For example, stop arguing. Exclamatory sentences express sudden reactions. For example, it's too cold. After the kinds of sentences, we have parts of a sentence. Every sentence is divided into two parts, subject and predicate. Let's first of all talk about subject. Subject of a sentence is who or what the sentence is about. In simple words, about whom we are talking in the sentence. That person or thing is the subject. For example, the big green frog jumped across the log. In this sentence, we are talking about the big green dog. So, that is the subject. One more example. My sweet grandmother wore a blue dress. In this sentence, my sweet grandmother is being talked about. So, the subject is my sweet grandmother. After subject, let's see what the predicate is. In a sentence, whatever is said about the subject, that is called predicate. In other words, we can say what the subject does, that is predicate. For example, the big green frog jumped across the log. Now tell, in this example, what did the big green frog do? The answer is jumped across the log, and that is the predicate. Another example. My sweet grandmother wore a blue dress. See, what is told about my sweet grandmother? That is, wore a blue dress. So, wore a blue dress is the predicate. In short, subject is the person or the thing we are talking about in the sentence. The subject is the doer of the action, and whatever is said about the subject or whatever the subject does, that is the predicate. Here are a few sentences divided into subject and predicate. I hope the topic is clear to you. Thank you.